Hello, it's Sonia here with the Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today is Wednesday, and that means it's the stitch of the week. So for today's stitch, I will be using my eye hook or 5.5 millimeter hook, and I'm using some worsted weight or number 4 yarn. And with this stitch, you could use a variety of hook sizes and yarn types. I just don't recommend using fuzzy or furry yarn for this stitch. So I'm going to be calling this stitch a padded granite stitch. It's like a twist on the granite stitch. And so to get started with this stitch, you're going to need to chain an even number. So why don't we chain 10? Alright, so I've got my 10 chains here. So we are going to be working in the back bump of the chain. You don't have to do that, but I just think it looks a little bit nicer. So I'm going to turn my chain this way, and so you see all those bumps there. And I'm going to be working a single crochet in the second chain for my hook in the back bump. And I'm just going to work single crochet all the way across for row 1 here. So this is the setup row. Alright, so I've got my first row done here of my single crochet. So now we're going to get ready to work row 2. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. So what you're going to do is you're going to single crochet right in the same stitch. And we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet in the next. So this is like the classic granite stitch here. Chain 1, skip the next stitch here, and single crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip the next, single crochet in the next, all the way until you get to the end here. So I'm chaining 1, skipping my second to the last stitch, and working my single crochet in my last stitch there. So row 2 is all set. Alright, so let's get ready for row 3. So you are going to chain 2, and we're going to turn our work. Okay, so to get started for row 3, we're going to work a double crochet. We're going to work it at the base of the single crochet here. So what that means is, so here is our first single crochet, and we are going to insert our hook at the base of the stitch, the bottom of the stitch, right there. So if you've followed any of my previous stitches of the week, there is a stitch called a padded single crochet, and you actually work the single crochet like that. You start at the bottom or the base of the stitch, but we're going to work a double crochet at the base of this stitch here. So very easy, nothing too crazy there. Alright, so now we have this chain 1 space. We're going to work a single crochet around that chain 1 space. And we're going to work that double crochet. So it's like a padded double crochet, but we're working it around the single crochet. So we're going to yarn over and work at that base of that single crochet. And you'll work the single crochet in that chain 1 space, and we're just going to continue this all the way across. And we're at our last single crochet here, so we're going to work that final double crochet at the base of that single crochet. And row 3 is complete. So your odd rows will be the right side for this stitch pattern. Okay, so let's get ready for row 4. So we are going to chain 2, and we're going to turn our work. So we're going to single crochet in the first single crochet. So this is a double crochet, so we're not going to single crochet in this stitch, we're going to single crochet here. And we are going to chain 1, we're going to skip the next double crochet, which is right here, and single crochet in the next. So you're going to do that all the way across. So this is an even row, so this is the wrong side. So some stitch patterns are reversible. I mean, this one doesn't look terrible on this side, but the other side is definitely, you know, the exciting part. So now we're at the end here. So we're going to chain 1, and this chain 2 right here, we are going to single crochet on the top of that chain 2. So if you can see it right there, so 1, 2, and we're going to work our single crochet right on the top of that guy to complete row 4. So there is row 4, and now we're going to work row 5. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and now we are going to single crochet in the first chain 1 space here. So we're back at the right side here for row 5, and now we're going to work that padded stitch, the double crochet at that base of that single crochet. And we're going to single crochet around that chain 1 space and double crochet at the base of that single crochet. Single crochet at the chain 1 space, single crochet at the base of that stitch, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, or double crochet at the base of that single crochet. And now we are at the end of our row here, and we're just going to single crochet at the top of this chain 2, 1, 2, to complete row 5. And now we're going to chain 1, turn our work for row 6. So now we're going to single crochet right in the same stitch. We're going to chain 1, so we're going to skip this double crochet and single crochet in the next, single crochet, working the classic granite stitch here, chain 1, skip the next, single crochet in the next, all the way across. All the way to the end. And that is row 6 there. So what you're going to do for this stitch pattern is you're going to repeat rows 3 through 6 for however long you would like your swatch. So when you get to the end of row 6, you're going to chain 2 and turn your work. And then you're going to repeat row 3, so that means that's our double crochet. And we're going to single crochet in the next chain 1 space, double crochet in the next. So I'm going to keep going, repeating rows 3 through 6 for this stitch pattern, and I will meet you back so you can see a larger swatch here. Okay, so I worked a few more rows here, and what I did was I ended on a row 3. So if you were, let's say, making a blanket or something out of this stitch, what I would suggest is end on either a row 3 or a row 5 as your last row, and then to finish it off, chain 1, turn our work, and then just work a single crochet row. So we started off with 10 chains, but we have 9 stitches. So I'm just going to work 9 single crochet across. Okay, so let's turn it on the right side there. So now you can see that the first row and last row are very similar. So that is the I'm calling it, I don't know if this has a name or not, I'm just calling it the padded granite stitch. I think it looks really, really nice. I think it would look great in a lot of different projects. You could use it for blankets, scarves, you could probably do hats, sweaters, a whole bunch of different projects that this stitch would work for. So I hope you enjoyed this stitch of the week, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.